Love for Two is the movie I'm reviewing today, guys. Welcome and thank you so much for supporting my channel. If you haven't, kindly do so, and thank you once again for doing that. I review Nollywood movies, especially YouTube movies, on this channel, so you're welcome. Love for Two is the movie I'm reviewing today. This movie can be found on PAO Films. This movie features Chike Daniels and Miwa. A quick recap of this movie talks about a young couple who are always fighting. The man doesn't want to spoon feed the wife or the family. He's working, he doesn't want the wife to work. The wife wants to work and provide for the family as much as she wants. But the husband says, lie to lie, we die here. You are a housewife. So this brought about misunderstanding between the two of them. So if you haven't watched Love for Two, kindly do so. It's showing on PAO Films. What I like about this movie, I'll talk about Miwa's acting. There was something about her acting in this movie. She was actually the one carrying this movie on her shoulders. She actually stood out. I was expecting Chike Daniels to stand out because, you know, the burden, she was the obstacle in the marriage. But it didn't stand out, and that was so sad. Miwa acting was a stand-up performance compared to the other characters in this movie. She was actually carrying this movie on her shoulder. That was a good one. I actually enjoy her acting basically. So yeah, other actors on the movie was an okay one. Chike Daniel was an okay performance, you know, and that was okay for this movie. I was expecting something more, but you know, he just didn't give that. It was an okay performance he gave in this movie, and I think I like that as well. Another thing I like about this movie is the costume for this movie. I like the costume. That was a good one. For a movie like this, I actually like the way the actors look on set. That was beautiful. Talking about this movie, I also like the location for this movie. I wasn't familiar with the house they used, so I think I like that. And then for the office, I mean, we've seen this office, but they actually make good use of it, and the way, you know, they shot the office, it's not something that we are used to on YouTube. Most of the times, you know, the camera is always down, just portrait shots of, you know, the actors, and everybody will be in frame, and that's it. This time around, we could see the area shots in the office, so I'm like, okay, you are seeing all of them from the top, and that was really nice. So I really like that. Finally, but not the least thing that I like about this movie is the storyline. I actually enjoyed it because of how it ended. You know, made it relatable because couples fight all the time. When they fight, especially if it's something that can be resolved, they actually do resolve it. Even when they take a break from each other, they actually still come back and resolve their issue. And this was what this movie depicted, and I think I like that as well. So those are the things, you know, I actually like about this movie. What I don't like about this movie, oh guys, I'll start with cinematography. Terrible, trash. When we say cinematography is trash, this is one of them. This movie could have been better, could have looked good, could have had the best of picture quality, lighting, vision, color scheme, whatnot. It lacks everything. Ashy, the color scheme is not it. The lighting were wrong lighting. What can I say about cinematography? Some scenes were yellowish, some scenes were, is it bluish or pinkish? I don't know what's going on. Then on the office scenes, even though I said that, you know, the area shot was beautiful, we could see the screen, or we could see the scene as ashy or whitish, and then we could see pink color grading going on, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why can't we have the authentic color, picture quality, crisp and clear for this movie, or especially the office scene, which of course I know that is daylight and everything has to be clear. This was not clear. I'm like, waiting be this. And they had a lot of office scenes as well, so you can just imagine how the movie looks. Terrible. Cinematography was bad, guys. Another thing I didn't like about this movie was the maid. This man did not order for a maid. He didn't employ anybody. he was just there, and all of a sudden there's this person that came and said, okay, somebody say he needed a maid, so yeah, employ me, just like that. And the man took this maid in just like that. It doesn't make sense, guys. It just doesn't make sense. Like, I'll be in my house, you don't know whether I needed a maid, you say okay, yes. So you heard that somebody say I need a maid. I'm not employing, but you just came and I'm employing you. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Scene like that, telling a story from that standpoint doesn't make sense. Another thing I didn't like is how the maid was looking. The maid doesn't look like a maid. This maid was looking posh. This maid was looking like the second wife or side chick to this man. This maid was looking like she was ready to seduce the man. Like, there was no humility in the maid. The maid was looking hot, and I was questioning if Chike Daniels or the production, whoever was in charge, was seeing this and say, okay, yeah, it makes sense to me, let me add it to the scene. This is how I'm telling my story. It makes sense to me. Doesn't make sense to you? Well, if it does, it doesn't for me, and I didn't like that as well. So yeah, for a movie like this, I expected something time management for it, and that did not happen. This movie is 2 hours plus, guys, so if you are ready to spend 2 hours on it, you are welcome. I didn't like the time. Trust me, I fast forwarded to some parts that I know that some scenes were just running in circle, talking about the same thing. I do not like 2 hours movie. So a storyline that deserves 2 hours movie, I know, or a storyline that I know that okay, this one deserves 2 hours, I know. This, most of the story does not. So especially if it doesn't, I really hate it. So this was one of them. 2 hours for such a movie, it doesn't make sense, and that's something that I did not like about this movie. And on that note, I'll give this movie a 2/10. If you're a fan of Chike, Daniels, or Miwa, you should go out there and support them watching this movie called Love for Two, showing on PAO Films. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all in the next movie review.